Hi friends, it's your art teacher, Miss Barnett, and today we are meeting a new friend, the paintbrush. So every painting starts with a paintbrush stroke or a mark, and we are going to learn how to use this very special friend today. So this is the paintbrush. It has three parts. You can see it has a handle where we hold it. It has a ferrule, which is the metal clamp here that holds the handle to the bristles, and the bristles are the hairy part of the brush. It's very soft. Some brushes are made out of acrylic or plastic, and some are made out of fake hair, and some are even made out of real animal hair. So there's lots of different types of brushes. They come in different sizes. These are rounds. Besides the rounds, they are also flat brushes. So you can see the flat brush still has a handle, it still has a ferrule, and it still has bristles, the hairy part. And you can tell it's a flat because he's kind of skinny when you look at him from the side. And this one's called a round because he looks kind of round from the side. So there's your two major types of paintbrushes. Now, when we hold a paintbrush, most of the time, painters hold the paintbrush in the middle. This will give us normal control. If we want to have greater control, more control over the brush, we're going to hold it lower by the ferrule. And if we want a looser, goosier brush stroke, we're going to hold it towards the end. And you can see how wiggly it is. Wiggly, not so wiggly, not wiggly at all, right? So think about where you're holding the brush. Do you want to have normal control, loosey-goosey control, or super duper lockdown control? Depends on where you hold it. The other thing we want to think about when we're painting is our bodies, especially our arms. And there's 4 different movable points on our arms. We have our shoulder. Can you find your shoulder and move your shoulder around for me? Ooh. We have our elbow. We have our wrist, and we have our finger. Let's move all those parts. Let's try it again. Shoulder, do it with me. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, finger. Good job. Now I want you to pretend you're holding your brush. So hold your brush and let's make a vertical line. Good job. Now we're using our imagination here. Let's do a horizontal line. Ooh, that feels different. Let's do a diagonal line. Awesome. Let's try a curvy line. Maybe a spiral line. Very cool. Now, let's practice. Now, we're going to feel the parts of our body and try that practicing again. And I really want you to think about how your body feels where your arm is touching it. So you're going to use your opposite arm, the arm that you do not hold your pencil with or hold your crayons with. And let's start with the shoulder. Let's do a straight line, vertical line. I can feel that. Can you feel it? Let's try a horizontal line. Ooh, I can feel my shoulder moving. Can you? Let's try a diagonal line. Interesting. Let's try a curvy line. Let's try a spiral line. Could you feel your arm moving the same way your hand was moving? Your shoulder, I mean, moving the same way your hand was moving? Let's try the elbow. So let's hold the elbow with your free hand and let's try vertical line. Can you feel that? I can. Interesting. Let's try a horizontal line. Very cool. Let's try a diagonal line. Interesting. Let's try a curvy line. Not really a lot of motion coming from my elbow for the curvy line. Maybe it is for you. Let's try a spiral. Interesting. Now let's hold the wrist. You got your wrist? Let's go. Vertical line. Interesting. Horizontal line. Can you feel that little bit of motion in your wrist? I can. Can you feel it? Let's try the diagonal. Interesting. Curvy. Spiral. Oh, and let's do the last joint, our finger. Vertical line. Okay. Horizontal line. Diagonal line. Curvy line. spiral. Now, I really didn't feel my finger moving very much, and I felt my shoulder move, and not my elbow either, but I felt my shoulder move a lot, and I felt my wrist move a lot. If you notice something different, will you share that with me? Awesome. Now let's try it with the brush. We're going to hold our brush in the middle. Let's do a vertical line. Ooh la la. Let's try a horizontal line, diagonal line, and of course we're practicing this in the air. Good job, friends. Curvy line and the spiral line. Awesome. Great practice. The other thing I want to talk to you about is how to take care of your brushes. And I have this really cool poster in my room, and I'll show you again when we're working, but let's read this together. Think of these brushes as people. Shampoo, rinse, and spike their hair up. We're happy to be clean. I'm sad when I'm not taken care of. Super duper sad. So remember, the tail, the handle of the brush goes down in the cup with the hair in the air when it's drying. And when we're working, it's the opposite. The bristles go in the cup and the handle goes in the air. Okay, and we really want to make sure that they're very super duper clean and that we spike their hair up when we're finished with them so they're nice and clean like this when we're ready for the next time we want to use them.